This is John McClung Jr. I'd like to invite you to join me every Monday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, for Breaking Biblical Bread, where we take a word or passage of Scripture and encourage you, impact your life, and add value to your day. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to another amazing Monday. And this is your host, John McClung Jr., also known as the Chaplain. And we are in Breaking Biblical Bread, where we do this every Monday, Lord willing, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for my people on the West Coast. And I'm excited as always to come and share some insight, message that will prayerfully encourage you, uplift you, and add value to your day. And we're always sponsored by I'm a Testimony Apparel and Kingdom Connection Media Group. Now, today, I'm talking about me. And so with me talking about me, I always say when I find something that just gets under my spiritual skin, I want to share it. And so today's subject matter has gotten under my spiritual skin as well as my natural skin. And I want to encourage somebody today with this message, because I know that if you are anything like me, you're trying to accomplish some things. You might be, or you might have a specific goal. You may have even made a promise to yourself, a dream, may have gotten a vision or passion about a particular thing, and you have been doing it by yourself. Matter of fact, you've been doing all of it by yourself. And you've been probably wearing multiple hats when you do. And I want to share this message to those individuals who I know are trying to do everything. And so my message today is you can't do everything. And I want you to know you don't have to do everything, but you must be faithful to the good work God began in you. Now, you and I weren't assigned to, we can't fix the world. But we are called to finish our part. Whatever that assignment is, we are responsible for the part that we play. So today, we're gonna break this bread and kind of remember this. You can't do everything, but you can do your God assigned good work. Now, I'm going to use a story that I've used before, but I got a different insight from it. And this is the story of Nehemiah, who, of course, had the passion to build the wall. And I just want to share five things with you, and each one of them has a couple of points with them that will hopefully help you not to think that you have to do everything. Now, there are those of us who have a gift, and there are those of us who are fortunate enough to have gifts, multiple things that we're capable of doing. But you can't spread yourself so thin that you don't focus in on the gift that you have, the assignment that you've been given, or the passion that you are truly fortunate enough to be favored to have in your life. So I just want to share these 5 things. And as always, I say, make sure you take notes and tag somebody that Breaking Biblical Bread is on, and that in these next 5 points, in the next few minutes I share with you, prayerfully something will stand out that will allow you to reflect, step back, and possibly remind you that you can't do everything. And I know there are some individuals who will hear this that are positioned as an individual who is doing their thing, working alone, maybe even trying to start it, build it, finish it, whatever it is by yourself. And I know I have been a individual who has dealt with and gone through and is sometimes in trying to do everything. So we're going to start with these 5 points, and I got a verse out of Nehemiah that goes with each one of them. And I want to share these with you. Number 1, recognize your assignment. Sometimes we get involved in other individuals' assignment when we are not assigned to that. You have to recognize what your and I assignment is for ourselves. Nehemiah 2:18. Then I told them of the hand of my God, which was good upon me, as also the king's word that he had spoken unto me. And they said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work. Whatever the Lord has assigned for you and I to do, and we recognize it, it is a good work. Number 1, you are called to a specific work. There's no S on that. Not specific works, specific work. And when you are in that specific work, many other things will come into it as you are focused on that work, that good work. The Lord doesn't often, if I can't remember at all, that maybe somebody can remind me, where he's given someone multiple assignments. Usually it's one thing that he wants you to focus on, and then all the other things as far as the gifts and talents will come and be a part of that one assignment. Because you and I are called for a specific thing, a specific work, a specific reason. Number 2 and under number 1. Everything good isn't your assignment. Listen to that. Everything that comes to you or is brought to you or you're called for isn't your assignment. How often, when you're in a groove working on your specific work, that people or certain situations start coming to you and distract you from what you are assigned to do. And you'll find yourself a week, a month, a year away from what you were originally assigned to do, doing all these other things. Because everything good isn't your and I assignment. Your and my assignment. I know I'm guilty. The things that I know that I have specifically assigned for my life, I start taking on all these other things. And the next thing I know, I'm not even close to what I'm supposed to be doing. And you got to recognize everything good isn't your assignment. Number 3, focus brings favor. Distractions brings delay. Let me say that again. Focus brings favor. Distractions brings delay. How often we find ourselves where we're focused on what we're supposed to be doing, and then all these good things start happening. We start developing great relationships. We start getting great connections. We start seeing things happen and develop when we're focused on that one thing or focused on the assignment that we're given. And yet, when we start getting distracted, it delays that assignment from being done. How often do you find yourself, being distracted by even small things that could cause the details to be out of whack? And then you find out or find yourself wondering what happened to the time or what happened to what you were working on from an assignment. Why isn't it where it's supposed to be? It's because distractions brings delay. Doesn't deny it, won't say it won't get done, but it certainly will delay it when you lose focus and get distracted. So focus brings favor, distractions brings delay. Number 2, embrace your limits because you can't do everything. Nehemiah 4:10. And Judah said, the strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed. It's all jacked up. And there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build the wall. Understand that there will be all times where people will come to you, or certain situations will come to you that you are not qualified to do, and yet you be trying to figure it out. You got to embrace your limits. You got to know what you're capable of and how far you can go, and don't be afraid not to extend that. Number 1 under number 2, you are human, not divine. You and I are human. We are not divine, which means we are not all knowing. We're not all present. We're not all powerful. We have limits. And we got to understand our human limits when it comes to our assignment and other individuals who are trying to bring assignments to us, because they have to know their limits as well. You will find yourself trying to take on, because we do, I know I do, trying to take on everybody else's assignment, knowing we have limits in doing it. Even if we have the knowledge and wisdom, we still have limits. We still are human, and we're not divine. Number 2, God built Sabbath into creation because even strength wears down. Let me say that last part. Even strength wears down. You got to know your limits. Embrace the fact that even the Lord rests. Even he didn't try to do it all on one day. We got to understand that in our limits, the one thing we must know is ourselves. We need to know how much we can do and how much we can take. Because we can't do everything and we can't take everything. Because we're human and we're not divine. Number 3, it's not weakness to rest, it's wisdom. Now, I got a habit of staying up in the wee hours, 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, because I call that my genius hours, and not getting that full 7-8 hours sleep, because I think I'm gonna miss something. And I know it's some individuals, because I talk to them, that have that challenge themselves, where they stay up late, find themselves not being able to sleep long hours. I often think that going to bed early is like, man, that's not a strength of mine. But it should be. It should be a strength to go to bed at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and not feel bad about it. Because weakness is not a rest, it's wisdom. Be wise in your health when you're embracing your limits. Don't think you can stay up all night. Don't think you can eat bad. Don't think you can't exercise. Don't think you can't get a full night of sleep. Embrace the limits and treat yourself with wisdom. Be wise when it comes to resting, when it comes to understanding your humanity and not knowing that you have this great divinity. You don't have that in you built where you can do all things. So that's number 2, embrace your limits. Number 3, build. This is the one that gets me. Oh man, I know this gonna get some folks, because this is a tough one, because it's hard to find. Build with a team. Now, where two or three are gathered, the Lord is in the midst. Notice he did not, that verse does not say where one is gathered, where it's two or three. That's a team. Nehemiah 4 and 6. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. It's got to be a solid group of people in your life that want to work with you. Whatever that passion and vision is, the assignment has to be so powerful that it provides buy-in from those that the Lord assigned to you. Number one, Nehemiah didn't rebuild the wall alone. He mobilized others. He had a group, a bunch of folk come with him to that wall to build it. Because of the assignment was so powerful that he needed support to make it happen. Is your assignment, if you know what it is, so powerful that it attracts others to support it, that it attracts others to build with you, to back you up, to hold you up, and be a part of it? If your assignment doesn't attract or mobilize people to be a part of it, you need to reflect and revisit that assignment. Because it may not be a God-given assignment. That's the difference. God's assignments are attractive. They bring people to it. It magnetizes individuals because they want to be a part of it. They want to be associated with it. So do you have an assignment that will help you build with a team? Vision without help. Oh my goodness. I want y'all to grab this. Vision without help leads to exhaustion. If you are an individual that's out here trying to do it on your own, I guarantee you, you will be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically exhausted eventually if you're trying to do it by yourself. It's important to know that in your assignment, you should have the opportunity to relax in some cases because you have other individuals helping you out. But if you have no help, no one is supporting you, and I've been there too. No one to grab you when you fall. It will exhaust you. Teamwork multiplies impact and reduces burnout. Teamwork multiplies the impact and reduces burnout. I've seen some individuals who have built some amazing businesses. And the one thing that stood out the most is the people that were involved, and it multiplied and built the business. It wasn't one-dimensional. The person couldn't have done it because of how big the vision and dream was by themselves. And if you believe that you have a dream or a vision that you can do by yourself, I don't know if it's really a dream or vision, because it should be so big that you know it's not of you. And the more individuals, especially the tight-knit group you have or build as far as a team, will multiply that, and it will reduce you and I from being burnt out. And that's challenging because it takes great people with great vision to come together to build a great wall. So number 3, build with a team. Number 4, this is the one that stands out. If you take a note, check mark this or drop it somewhere. Say no without apology. Say the word no without apology. Nehemiah 6:3. And I sent messengers unto them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease whilst I leave it and come down to you? Why should I stop my assignment to do your assignment when I've been given this godly great work and you have as well? There are times where you got to say no. Because if you don't, you will find yourself way down the road away from what you were supposed to be doing. Not every invitation deserves your attention. Woo, I know, listen. Oh man. I don't know who's I know it's some toes. So it's some things being stepped on right here, including mine. Not every invitation deserves your attention. And a lot of times that statement is based on emotion. What we feel about certain things or situations or people. And yet our attention isn't necessarily needed for that particular assignment. You and I must preserve our yes by guarding our no. You preserve your yes by guarding your no. Understand, when you are assigned to a good work, you have to be strong with a yes as well as being strong with a no. Every no has an emotion to it, and every yes has an emotion to it. But it's important for you and I to understand which emotion is the most important in the time of the request. There are going to be days, many of them, because of your skills, your talents, and abilities, that you're going to be invited or requested to be a part of another assignment that has nothing to do with yours. And you have to be willing, with strength from your yes and your good work, to be able to say no to that assignment and not apologize about it. Distraction is often disguised as opportunity. This is getting good. Distraction is often disguised as opportunity. And I know that oftentimes many opportunities can come your way, but it's disguised without us knowing sometimes as a distraction because it looks so good. It sounds good. Could feel good. It could fall right in your wheelhouse and yet become a distraction from the original good work assignment. Don't be uncomfortable to say no without apology. Number 4. Number 5. Trust God for the outcome. See, when you are recognizing your assignment, you're embracing your limits, you're building with a team, you're confident to say no without apology. Trust God for the outcome. Galatians 6:9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You and I are responsible for obedience, not results. We are supposed to do what we've been assigned by God to do, the good work, and leave the results in his hand. Trust him with the process and the outcome. Oftentimes we try to control both. We're trying to control the outcome and the work. And yet we're not being obedient in the process because we all over the place, because we didn't got opportunities, we didn't got distracted, we didn't lost focus, because we did not stay aligned with the good work that God assigned us to do. Don't measure success by speed. Measure it by faithfulness. Be faithful till the end with your assignment, with that good work. Because there's going to be moments where it don't look like that good work is happening, where you're putting all this energy in and nothing's coming to fruition. You're not seeing any fruit of your labor. And it might happen that you're working on this thing year after year after year, thinking that it's our timing that these things are supposed to happen, when the Lord is working on us in the process so that when he's ready to deliver it, we're ready to handle and receive it. So don't measure what you're doing by speed. Yeah, you can see some people that be successful in a short period of time, but will it last? And is there assignment a God-given assignment? Theirs might be built on speed. Yours might be built by God with longevity, because his hand is in it. And he will make it as big or as small as he wants when you're doing the assignment and being obedient to his will and purpose for your life. When you stay in your lane, God finishes the work that you can't. Let me say that again. When you and I stay in our lane, our good work assignment, God will finish the work that we can't, as long as we're obedient to what he has assigned us to. Now, you can't do everything, but you can stay in your lane and be obedient and let God help you finish what you can't. And so this message today was for me, but I wanted to share it with those who are struggling with trying to do everything. Because see, again, you can't do everything, but if you do what God assigned you to do, he'll finish what you can't. Now, I thought about something as I finished this out. I went outside and I got this brick. See, this brick right here is your assignment. You have a brick that the Lord has given you, a good work brick. God isn't asking you or I to build every wall out there. He's asking us to be faithful with our brick. And if we're faithful with our brick, he will help us build the wall. This is John McClung Jr. with Breaking Biblical Bread, also known as the Chaplain. In today's message, you can't do everything. But we do this every Monday, Lord willing. This is one of the bricks, Breaking Biblical Bread, Mondays, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for my people on the West Coast. And if you know somebody, or it's you, that's trying to do everything, make sure you share this message with them to let them know you can't do everything. You got to recognize your assignment. You got to embrace your limits. You must build with a team. Be willing to say no without apology. And then above all things, trust God with the outcome. And I'm going to be working on my Breaking Biblical Bread brick. until the Lord allows me to see next Monday. And if he does, I'll have another message that I'm be excited to share with you. And I pray that this blessed you in some way to take some of that pressure off of you, or just to get you an opportunity to reflect and step back and rest and relax and remind yourself it's only one of you. You only got one brick, one assignment. But the Lord is so wonderful to be able to allow us to have other skills to bring to that one brick. And as you think about it, make sure that you recognize who you are in God's eyes with that brick. And in the meantime, I look forward to bringing another word with my brick of breaking biblical bread. Take care until the next time. And remember, it's not weakness to rest, it's wisdom. And the Lord will finish the work if you're obedient. Take care.
This is John McClung Jr. I'd like to invite you to join me every Monday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, for Breaking Biblical Bread, where we take a word or passage of Scripture and encourage you, impact your life, and add value to your day. You don't want to miss it.